Barry's tea there. We love a bit of Barry's tea. Everyone keeps saying that we're sponsored by them. We're not, but if you're listening, Barry. I'm on my own today for the daily roundup. Neil and Gibbo are on a course. Andy didn't come in because he forgot. So it's just me. The big news today, everyone's talking about the tickets still, and rightly so in my opinion. I'm sure you've all heard by now, season tickets over £1,000, some of them, match day tickets £77, some of them, and people in my opinion rightly annoyed. The Spy and Cop 1906 group, some of these lads were involved in the ticketing discussions with the club. They put out a statement today and a series of tweets. But before I read that out, I mean, just to say who these lads are, I mean, I think, it might come as a bit, it might seem mysterious or something to some people. I've met a lot of these lads, and they're just normal lads who go home and away watching Liverpool. They're the lads responsible for a lot of the flags and banners that you see on the Cop, that provide the colour, that provide the backdrop, that make the Cop special. And they put a lot of money into going home and away watching Liverpool, home and abroad. And so rightly they're annoyed. They've come up with an idea overnight, and they're planning a series of protests. I'll read out their statement that they put on Twitter this morning. It is Sunderland at home on Saturday, the first stage of many planned protests against the club in regards to the ticket prices at Anfield for the 2016-17 season. LFC think it's acceptable to make more money than ever before from supporters, £2 million more. That means price rises for many, £77 match tickets and £1,029 season tickets. Big increases for some, a few frozen, and others get a tiny bit off. The clubs still make more. Don't think it's okay because yours is okay. Who will get the next increases, do you think? Every week we get right behind a team. Now supporters need to get right behind each other. Let's make sure the owners know this is unacceptable. On 77 minutes, leave your seat and walk out. Tell your mates, tell your family, tell the people around you, and tell them why. Walk out on 77 minutes and show you care. Love the team, hate the prices. And they've ended that with a hashtag of walk out on 77, which a lot of people are tweeting about today, if you want to have a look at that. They went on to say up to a £116 increase in the main stand next season. If you're not happy with that, then show your anger. Walk out on 77. Up to a £13 increase in the Anfield Road next season. If you're not happy, then show your anger. Walk out on 77. If the club wants to charge up to £77 a ticket, make your feelings known and walk out on 77 minutes. 77 is a number associated with LFC, from Rome 77 to £77 a ticket. Let's give the number 77 a new meaning on Saturday. Walk out on 77. We've also done a free show on this subject on ticketing with James McKenna from Spirit of Shankly. We're getting a lot of feedback that, we pitched it right, it's fair, it gets to the point, it's free. So please do have a listen to that if you haven't done already, and give us feedback on what you think. There's been some interesting reaction to this ticket debate as we've gone on, not least from someone called John Bethia this morning on Twitter, who writes, "Let's charge for our podcast, but criticise FSG for ticket rises." Interesting comparison, that, John. I mean, if we're making ridiculous ones, our original 2 shows are still free. Just wondering, are FSG offering any games for free? Thanks for that, John. Elsewhere, away from the tickets, there's not too much going on that's interesting, to be honest. There's some newspaper reports emerging from Turkey this morning. Basically, that Lazer Markovic has impressed that Fenerbahce so much so that they want to buy him. They put the feelers out to Liverpool, made that clear. And the message going back to Liverpool is we don't want to sell. He will return to the club. Apparently, Klopp wants to see him, wants to get him involved. Me personally, I'm happy about that. I think Markovic has got something to offer. He's still young. I think he has got ability. And I think it would be interesting to see what Klopp can get out of him. If you disagree, comments below as usual. What else? A few plugs for our own stuff as ever. There's a brilliant new show on a new subscription show on Tour Player called Full Stop. It's presented by Melissa Reddy, and it's basically with journalists who work on the Merseyside patch reporting on Liverpool. The first show is with Andy Hunter from The Guardian, Neil Jones from The Echo, and David Maddock from The Mirror. Very interesting, and some little tidbits of info in there that you probably haven't seen elsewhere. Certainly was a bit of an eye opener for me in certain aspects of I can't even say his name, Teixeira deal. And what else? Today we've got an additional Tuesday review going out, focusing on the Leicester game, and there's the City Talk show as ever on a Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully it won't just be me on me Todd. Nice one, the lads.